Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Wendy here from Toonpish Crafts, and I hope you're doing okay. Now, you may or may not know that I'm an ambassador for Let's Resin. I'm very proud to be an ambassador for Let's Resin. I think they're an amazing group, and they're very kind and sweet, and their resin is to die for. Anyway, they very kindly sent me a box of moulds and equipment that you can buy, and I thought that they were already on the market, but apparently they released today. That's the 28th of April 2026, in case you're watching this later. And during today's premiere, 2 people are going to get the chance to win these little lamps. Now, I've got this little lamp out of the box. I also have another one from a previous box, and as I've got so many lamps, I don't need them, and I thought it would be nice to give these away in the premiere. So if you're watching the premiere, then yeah, you're in a chance to win one of these little lamps. Now, if you're not in the premiere, I apologise, but I wanted to do it there and then, you know, not put a competition out or anything, because that gets complicated. Anyway, the set of moulds they sent me, I made a couple of weeks ago. I absolutely love them. They asked me to hold on to the video until today. It's going out today. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's have a look to see what I made. So I don't know what's in this box, and I need to find out, but there's some very lovely pictures on the front. First of all, we find there's 2 moulds in the box, one with leaves and one with flowers, and the very helpful, as usual, information leaflets from Let's Resin. There was a little separate bag of jump rings, but there was a bigger bag with lots more in it, and I think that little bag should have gone in the big bag. Inside the bigger bag, there's so many different pieces to help you make jewellery. I couldn't resist and I had to have a look. In here you've got jump rings, 3 or 4 different sizes. You've got findings for earrings and pins and keychains. There's lots in there, and some very sweet embellishments. There's some cards that you can fasten pieces to, like earrings or necklaces. Some mixing cups, get a bottle of resin, you get a curing lamp, and if you're new to resin, that's a fantastic addition. So you get a nice pack of 6 resin dyes that are translucent and 4 pearlescent UV resin bottles as well. Now, I don't know about you, but I was blown away with how much came out of that box. There's masses. I would like to say thank you to Let's Resin for sponsoring this video, but all the opinions in this video are my own. So I thought to start with, I'll go with the flower mould and make up some translucent resin, and I'm going to start with yellow. Now, all these bottles are brand new, so I have to pierce them. You can cut the tops off, but I do find that piercing them gives you a better drip instead of a squirt when you pour them out. So 1 little squirt of yellow in a tiny bit of UV resin, and that yellow is really a strong colour. It's unusual for a yellow to be that strong, so I did have to put some more UV resin in there to dull the yellow down a bit. But really, when you've got yellow, you need to see it, don't you? So I'm quite happy with that. To start with, I'm just going to use a couple of these daisy moulds. Now, 2 of the daisy moulds have indented middles, and 2 of the daisy moulds have raised middles so that you could put something in them on the other side when they're demoulded. There are in the jewellery packs some earring pieces or stud pieces that will fit in the middle of these flowers. I'm not going to actually use them, so I'm going to use these flowers in a different way, but that is what they're there for. That's why you get some that have a dot in the middle that's inward and some have a dot in the middle that's outward, if you catch my drift. Don't know if I'm explaining myself very well, but I'm trying. Anyway, I'm using the yellow just to fill in some of the petals. The 2 at the bottom have yellow middles, and the ones at the top, as I said, their middles are the other way round. So I'm colouring in the petals instead, and they've got really nice little section lines for you to do different colours. As long as you don't put resin over the top of those lines, it will stay in those sections. As you may imagine, this mould has lots of pieces on it, and so does the other mould. And I do everything on both moulds. However, because a video like that would take forever, I am showing you the best bit, and most of this video is sped up ×4 so that you can see what I'm doing, but you don't have to sit there for quite some time watching me do it. I'm not the fastest of crafters. I do like to take my time, but I don't want you to have to get bored when I'm putting a colour in a mould. Now I've moved on to the red, and I really wanted a vibrant red, so I'm putting another drop of red in that little mix of UV resin. I do think these translucent colours are gonna last me a long time. And I'm filling up the rest of this particular flower in red. I have already cured up the yellow enough for it not to move. I do give most of my pieces a flick with a long neck lighter to get rid of any surface bubbles, but at this time, when I'm making these, I'm not filling the mould up completely. I'm only going as high as the section dividers that are on the mould itself, which means there's literally just a thin spread of resin. I'm just using the mould's little compartments to do individual colours. Once I've done a colour, I then cure it up for 3 minutes. Now I am going to go through all the colours because I absolutely love bright colours, and these resin dye pigments that you get in this set are very vibrant, and I love that. But then you're going to want that for flowers, aren't you? So I used the purple in one of the flower moulds, and then I'm going to move on to show you the next one that I made. Now I think these are meant to be really fluffy, bunchy flowers. I'm not sure of the type of flower it's meant to be, but I figured, you know what, I'm going to make colourful, bright, speckly flowers, because not all flowers are one colour, are they? That's why I thought I'd do different colours in the petals to the other one. But this is art. It doesn't have to be specifically correct. You can do whatever you want, really. And what I'm doing here is just putting a red colour in spots on one and around the top of the other one. And I'm going to put a different colour in the centre. This was a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed mucking around with colours, trying out different things, having lots of fun making these pieces. And because they're just small, you didn't have to mix up a lot of resin at a time. I was just making small amounts and using it as and where I wanted to next. With these fluffy flowers, I put 3 colours in one and 2 in the other. I think these flowers could be hydrangeas or dahlias. You know, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments section what flower you think they are. I'd be interested to see all those king gardeners out there, I'm not one of them by the way, that know their flowers will probably have a lot better idea than I do. So moving on, I decided to do 2 of the little flowers that had no compartments at all in the mould in dots. Now in hindsight, the clear dots didn't work, but the multicoloured dots did, and I'm going to back that in white a little bit later. Now this is where I got a little bit more experimental. I decided to do some blending with colours. So I'm using 2 different colours in this one, the purple and the red, and they're both not cured so that they can run into each other. I figured that would look really nice. As they're translucent colours, you'll be able to see through them, and I figured that would look quite cool. So with these few flowers, I did exactly the same with different colours, purple, and some of them I did 4 colours. Again, I was having so much fun. This little one had a yellow bottom, and I always made sure I went around those little dots because that's where the jump rings will go, and they need to be bubble free really, so you get a nice finish. As I said, with the dots, I decided to go over the back with white. Now this is the white pearlescent UV resin straight from the bottle. Absolutely beautiful colours. I do love the pearlescents, but they are totally opaque. So I use them on occasions in these flowers, but not a lot because I wanted most of these to be translucent. I'm really in a translucent phase at the moment. Now, as you can see, I'm filling these moulds up with clear resin. And because those middles are facing the opposite direction, I figured I would put some yellow in the clear resin so that you can see the yellow through the front to make it like it's got a yellow middle. I mean, daisies mostly have yellow middles, right? Moving on to the little ones down the side, and here I'm trying out the pearlescent together with the translucent resin, and I thought that would be a nice mix. And in case you're wondering, yes, these translucent colours do work really well with the pearlescent UV resin. They all cure up as friends. Now, I did run out of the reds, so I moved on to the blue, and that blue is absolutely gorgeous with the white. And again, I cured them up. Once I'd got to the end of the mould, I was so in love with the colours and the brightness. Now, I was demoulding these and putting them on a black background, actually looking at them thinking, I'm not going to see any of the bright colours that I can see. So I'm demoulding them really quickly, putting them on a black background. I will show you on a white background in a moment, and you can see what I can see, how bright and colourful these pieces are. And the mould is absolutely spotless, perfect to be used again. So here they are sitting on a white background, and oh boy, can you see the colours. Some of these were experiments, some were just plain colours, but I did want to do the entire mould because there's so many findings with this jewellery kit. I needed to be able to use them. Now I'm only going to show you 2 leaves that I make on this mould because I'm making them pretty much all the same. So this leaf mould, I'm presuming everything on this mould is foliage and leaves, although some of them to me look a little odd, like dresses. Anyway, I'm not quite sure what they're meant to be, but I'm sure some botanists out there will tell me what they are. But I've mixed up 4 different greens. I put a little bit of blue into some of them, so we have blue greens as well as dark greens. And I've got 4 greens that I'm just using to blend in so that the leaves aren't just standard one colour. They are gradient colours, and I think that works really, really well. And now for the demoulding, I just take everything out. This time I put it on a white surface so that you can actually see it a little better. So some of these pieces have 1 hole and some of them have 2 holes, so that you can add 2 or 3 pieces to make a chain type effect. And here they are all together, and don't they look bright and colourful? Now, I did tell you there was a lot of jewellery findings, and there are 2 packets of earring type findings which I'm not going to use in this video, but I did want to use these chains. The picture on the front of the box depicts the chains with leaves and things on it, and I thought that was amazing, a great inspiration for me. I had no clue what these chains were for, but I'm going to make use of them. And in this bag there are tons of little bits of pieces that we can use. You can make necklaces. I absolutely love keychains, and that's what I'm going to do mostly, but you could do whatever you wanted. Now, I did put quite a lot of these together, and I just thought I'd show you how to use these jump rings. I tend to use bent nose pliers and long nose pliers together, and that works really well to open and close jump rings. And these sound gorgeous. The little leaves that come in these packs are beautiful. And you could even engrave those little hearts if you've got a machine that does that. And look at how many pieces I still have left over to use, even though I made everything in these moulds. All these jewellery findings still left to use. And I didn't use any of the cardboard bits because I didn't make any earrings or necklaces, but I really enjoyed making these. Absolutely loved the vibrancy of the colours, the ease of making the pieces. I loved the little embellishments that come with the jewellery kits. The pearls are absolutely beautiful. The key rings are such good quality. Everything is really good quality. These jump rings are not going to move. They are solid. I think they may be steel. I'm not 100% sure, but they are solid. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you got something out of it. Come back and see me next week, because you never know what I'm going to be up to. I never know what I'm going to be up to. Have a great week, happy crafting, and bye for now.